What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the tower. So today I'm going to be doing a tier 20 milestone run. Last time I did this, I was pretty close to getting the skin from the 2500 milestone. I definitely should be able to get it this time. Not sure if I can get the relic though. I would say probably not, but we'll just see what happens. I have a lot more level skips this time. So yeah, let's get into it. This is going to be the same build pretty much that I got 1200 on tier 21 with. So starting off with the workshop, I'm actually going to be doing a really low range, 43.5 meters. I just have found that this is just the best for me. The coverage on everything's really nice. Everything else is maxed here. I have 200 on these. Everything in the defense upgrades is maxed except shockwave size. I'm pretty sure this goes to the edge of the chrono field range. I did try a lower shockwave size on my tier 21 run, but this ended up being better just for the consistency. Everything maxed here except I have attack skips at 0. This is going to be glass cannon. And then my health level skips are at 600. For my enhancements, I got the damage stuff at 3.15, these four at least. 3.06 on the super crit molt, 1.55 attack speed. Only thing here I did is orb size 1.9, 3.05 cash bonus, and then 1.57 enemy level skip plus. I think these are usually on the higher end of what I would usually be at, because I had around 90 big Q out of whatever this is, 133. Because I had around 90 big Q out of 133 to actually get the next level of this. But I think for milestones and tournaments, I should be able to max this by the end of the month. I did just put the rest of my coins in the free upgrades here. I kind of forgot to do that. For my cards, I'm pretty much using just glass cannon stuff, but I am also using enemy balance. That's at the end here. Elites just aren't really a problem in these milestones, just because overcharge are really overpowered. So the extra elites are nice for the amplifying strike damage boost, and then extra enemies for like bounce shots and stuff. I do have the coins just because I have an extra slot. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it here. For my modules, I'm doing the amplifying strike and the death penalty. I'm only at 101 here, but I would lose a lot of damage from my primary module, so I don't know if it's worth it. Also using anti-cube portal and space displacer. The space displacer is what makes the lower range really good as well. If you saw my space displacer module highlight, then I'm kind of doing the second build that I showed, the super low range where the mines are constantly exploding. Then for my generators, I'm doing project funding and pulsar harvester. That's just what I've been doing for tournaments. And then dimension core and harmony conductor for my cores. I think harmony conductor is really important for tier 20 and tier 21. It gives a lot of extra miss chance for overcharge, and I really do see a ton of misses from them. You get the miss chance from the harmony conductor and the landmine stun mastery. So yeah, that's really nice. My bots is just the same setup as my tournaments. It's the same preset. I will turn Thunderbot on towards the end of the black hole activation though, just so it's active while black hole is down. It should only be a few seconds of downtime, but I don't think it matters that much. And then lastly, before we get into the run, I'll show you my perks. So these are my perk bands. I think the only thing I changed for my farming is I replaced the Poison Swamp Radius perk with the defense percent right here. So that's pretty much everything. Let's get into the actual run. So I will max my health level skip first, just to make sure I get the most value out of those. I'm not sure exactly what I get to. I think it's almost 87%. Yeah, pretty close to 87%. And then now I'm going to time my stun bot to near the end of the black hole activation. Not a super specific timing, but just kind of like right now, I think that's fine. Just turn that on, and that should be fine. So my ultimate weapons, I do have everything on. Poison Swamp stun on as well, of course. And then I'm also going to be doing something special for my orb placement. So I'm going to take off the range card quickly, and then put my workshop orbs at 30 meters, and then put the range card back on. I think I've showed that multiple times, just the range trick with the orbs. So now my workshop orbs at 30 meters, and my extra orbs are at 43.5 meters. I'm actually going to take off my extra orbs for now. I do remember in my tier 21 run, I had them off just for more bounce shots. I didn't really need them for bosses or anything. So I'm going to try that, but I might add them back later. For my target priority, I'm just doing closest. I'm not sure if there's any specific one that I would want. I'll let you know if I change that. And yeah, that's pretty much it for now. There's a 20% reduction to the level skips, so I only have around 67%, a little bit less than that, 66.5. But it is still a lot of skips. I don't know if I'll show my perks until the end, since I'm pretty much just taking everything I showed you. I should be able to make it through intro sprint. I don't think that will be a problem without demon mode. I am also going to be saving my nuke, since it doesn't actually affect the overcharge attack speed, so it's pretty pointless to use it early. I'll just save it for when I need it to actually get past an overcharge if they would kill me. So I pretty much have all my perks, and I did make it fully through intro sprint. I just want to mention a few things. I didn't show my actual assist module stuff, so this is what I'm at now. Substat efficiency is maxed, and then I do have the legendary effect boost. That does help Pulsar Harvester a little bit, so that's nice. And then I am going to actually time Demon Mode for 4,500. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to make it there, but just in case I actually am able to get there, I'll use it around 2,080 waves. And it looks like I don't really need it right now, luckily, so I don't have to use it earlier than that. Towards the end, I will also take off Wave Skip, and I might slow down the game speed a little bit during some fleets that you might see at the end as well. So that should be everything. Now I'll just show you the actual end of the run. So there's the end of the run. I didn't quite make it to the milestone, unfortunately, but I was pretty close, actually. I didn't expect to get that close. So 38 death defies, dead to an overcharge. Commanders were also a pretty big issue there. 3.5 hour run, which is actually not too bad. Here's any of the other stats if you want to see those. And I did have fetch on, I don't think I mentioned that. But that's not going to help a milestone run, of course. Yeah, I don't think there's much else. Did get a pretty good amount of reroll shards, though. Here's the perks I ended up taking. I did actually leave the plus boss speed minus boss health perk. I didn't take that one. I don't think I really needed it. But yeah, if you have any other questions, you can leave those in the comments. And yeah, see ya.